Good morning, my friends. This stream, it may be a little bit risky. We have the official spokeswoman, Flo, from Panties and Bitcoin. Have you ever thought what you wrap around your family jewels, the staff alive, nature's treasury, and the twins? Most lingerie, panties, briefs, and bras are made from toxic bleach, man-made synthetic fibers that not only stop the airflow and breathing, but they can lower the count of your buttermilk by causing a rise in temperature in your testes. Ill-fitting bras can cause neck and shoulder pain. Tight panties can cause ingrown hairs, irritation, and even infection. So, Flo, I know the team focused on the highest quality materials for these ladies' panties, bras, and men's briefs. What are these undergarments made from?
So we're working with it's actually a man-made material, but it's been actually scientifically tested for it not to produce any allergies or to be of harm to people. It's got like the best label known today. Like they actually do the studies because some of these claims about some materials haven't been actually deep studied. It's more like like trends of ideas, but you still have to do like the scientific studies. And we're using polyamide elastan. And the label I was talking about, it's called Standard 100 by Ueco Text. You can write it down and maybe later it's for you. But it's so we're very confident about the product we're selling, and we actually do that. We know we're selling to Bitcoiners, so we know that you guys are going to do the how do you say? You're going to learn about what you're buying, and you're not going to trust, you're going to verify. So we did our homework.
I did see on the website there as well under the About section that it does list that study and what they are made out of. So if anyone's interested, the link is below. Flo, it's so lovely to have you on today. You've obviously been for Bitcoin for a while and you're working for Panties for Bitcoin. How did this come about, both your Bitcoin journey and then working in Bitcoin?
Hey, I'm very happy to be here. I'm a Bitcoiner since about 2017. And this is only thanks to my family. I am very blessed because I have a full Bitcoiner family. And I live in Chile, so we found out about Bitcoin for the use case. I sometimes tell the story, but it's in short. It's my dad works for a company in Germany, so we were used of this problem of having to move money from one country or from one side of the world to another. And Bitcoin came and really helped us with that. And that when you see the benefit, of course, you start studying. I actually started learning a bit later on. Like I was more of my dad, my brother. They are engineers. I trust in their what they're saying. Like I'm an artist. I don't know about this stuff. And then I actually started studying and got very obsessed about this what Bitcoin could do for society in general, more than even I know the technology is amazing, but I'm more impressed about how this can reshape our society. Last year, I decided that I didn't want to work for normies companies anymore.
Let's go.
It was like I wanted to have more time to do my art. I'm an artist, and I wanted to, and of course, if I'm not giving my time for myself, for my art, or for my family, I want to give it for something that is Bitcoin related. So I started working actually first with a Lobby's Bitcoin account, and through them, because it's a big a team, I knew Pablo. Pablo is the owner of Panties For Bitcoin. They are working. They have been working together for a long time. So I was introduced to Pablo, and we got along with him, with his wife Silvia. They're very nice people. And for a couple of months now, I've been working directly with them.
That's absolutely awesome. Pablo's got an amazing story. Maybe we can dive into that shortly. I'll bring up your art here as well. Just give me 2 secs to bring it up. It's all hand drawn, like very analog style, isn't it? With all your artwork.
Yeah, I studied in classical academy, and then I also studied in the university. So I kind of mixed up these schools of thought in arts and got the best of each. I think, I hope, because I really like technique. I really like to evolve. I like to learn, to give my best, but I also like this technique, these skills that you acquired to talk about something that's meaningful for me, not to just be pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I found Bitcoin, and it made absolute sense for me. Like, you have to make art about this. This is too crazy not to make art about it.
Absolutely, I agree. And this screen printing here is from one of your original art pieces as well.
This is not me printing. I got help here because I wanted to do with my art t-shirts to bring to. I'm going to Madeira to Bitcoin Atlantis. I'm bringing these limited edition t-shirts to sell there.
No, absolutely awesome. And is Panties for Bitcoin, you're taking the brand Panties for Bitcoin to Madeira as well for the conference?
Yeah, so awesome. People will be able to buy the products from Panties there.
Yeah. And is Panties for Bitcoin at the moment only US and Canada, or have you expanded out more now?
We ship worldwide. We have actually people from Australia who have bought the product.
Yeah, I definitely need to get some of those briefs. I'm very particular of what I wear down there, usually only cotton or bamboo. Because obviously, ladies and gentlemen, it's extremely important what you are wrapping around those family jewels there, male or female. You need to look after it. So anyone that's going to Madeira can see you there as well. Would you mind going into the story of how Panties for Bitcoin came about with Pablo's story and stuff? Because it's not, he didn't just find Bitcoins like, I'm going to create an undergarment company. It looks like the company's about 40 years old, super high quality, made in Italy as well. But if you can dive more into the business side of things and a little bit of Pablo's story for us. And just really quickly, if everyone in the chat, because this video is a little bit risky, if you can do us a huge favor and smash the thumbs up button and share it on X or Twitter, that would help out a lot to get the message out there. And some of you are a little bit degen in the live chat. Appreciate every one of you. Couple of people having a whole lot of fun. But if you could do that, be greatly appreciated. But over to you, Flo.
Yeah, so Pablo and Silvia, they are from Argentina. And they actually left through this seizure of their wealth. That has happened in Argentina more than once, I think, but it was like kind of in 2008. So I've heard Pablo say like the money in the bank account is not your money. It's not real money and it's not yours. And he says it from experience, like he lived that. So they moved to Canada to find a new and a better opportunities for them and for their families. And they always used to be. They have always been in the industry of underwear. So they his whole life they work with that. So they are very familiar with the different materials. They know everything about it. And at some point, Pablo actually got really sick. It was a very bad sickness. He had to took a moment to like stop. Had to stop working and take a moment to heal. And in that period of time, he already knew about Bitcoin, but that was the moment when he really like could like calm down and study it and learn about it and read more about it and got totally convinced about it. And at that period, that was very hard for him and for his family. He said, like, if I overcome this disease, I'm going to dedicate myself to Bitcoin. Like, I don't want to work in anything that's not Bitcoin related.
Yeah.
Thank God he got better. He's been doing very well since. Then at some point he was like, oh my god, like I have to do this, because it's like you making a promise to God and then not fulfilling it is very risky if you believe in him. So he was like, I said I'm going to do this, but what can I do? Like then he was faced to the actual question, like I don't know how to code. I don't know how to make, like, I don't know, a new hardware wallet. Like, how do you contribute to this space with the skills that one has? And he said, like, okay, I have always done panties. I am Panties for Bitcoin. That's
Lovely.
how they started. And from the moment one, it was the company has received so much love. And I think that people can feel that this, of course, this is a fun brand and very Bitcoiner and all, but I think
Yeah.
you can feel that it is a family company. Like it's they're trying their best to give the best product possible and to have a good life for the family, like doing something that is in the Bitcoin space.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of really good podcasts out there with Pablo and Brian Dement. We both know him very well, the author of Bitcoin Evangelism. If you haven't read the book, ladies and gentlemen, it is below. But you've been very close with Brian Dement, and there's a great podcast that you did on X. I'll link that below for everyone as well. But Brian, I can't remember where it was, Bitcoin Miami or something, saw Panties for Bitcoin, ended up buying 1 or 2 sets, and then he's ordered a whole lot more. And it sounds like they're the only briefs that he wears as well. He says they're highly comfortable, very high quality. So very exciting. One thing I noticed on the website, and I'll bring it back up, is there's a loss in relationship to books. I'll zoom out a little bit. So on the show all the time, I say, read the books or eat the bugs, Klaus Schwab's bugs. But what are these deals here? So there's a whole lot of packages, male and female, it looks like. Can you dive into that a little bit? But also, are you a reader, Flo?
I'm sorry?
Are you
I'm
a
a reader.
reader?
I love reading. I'm bad at finishing the books, but my new goal for this year is to start and to finish the book, like to read it completely, not skip to the next one.
Yeah. I find it so hard not to finish a book. Like I may leave the book, but I have to finish it because it just feels like a task undone. But sometimes you get towards the end of some books and you're like, no, I've had enough. They just start saying the same thing over and over and over again. But why is Panties for Bitcoin offering books? What's this package deal about?
The thing is that the company, besides also being like very fun and spoketive, I don't know, like playing the marketing game for Bitcoin in a way, there's also a very human side of this company. You can see it because I think it's because it's a family company, and the education is so important. So I don't think this is going to be the last thing related to education you might see if you follow us and if you keep in touch with us. And so this bundle was created to just of course it's the panties are very comfortable. They're something you can use every day. People who buy it usually is a rebuyer, like they buy again because they test it and they like it. And we were saying like it's like the playful part, but we want also to be like in to be able to help in any way we can. Like if we can help us spread the word, if you want to make a gift and it's like the panties fan, but also like read the book, please. It's kind of we want to play a role in orange peeling in every way we can, and you can sense that, and I bet we will try to surprise you also in that regard this year. Probably.
That's lovely. And I hear when people get the packaging, I'll have to order some briefs myself. And do you sell the shirts?
That's one of the novelty things. Many people has been asking about the shirts because they're so fun, and I actually wore my shirts into a conference, and it was very very fun, and people get to talk to you. And yes, so yes, that's one of the new things we're going to have this year. I don't know exactly when we are going to release that, but we will probably start with hoodies, and we'll
Cool.
move to the shirts.
No, absolutely awesome. So, entertainment and education with the books and the shirts are coming. I look forward to that. If anyone watching live's got any comments or questions, let us know in the comment section. We'll get to those at the end. Shout out again to everyone watching live. Smash the like button. Flo, do you like? I know that you live pretty much on a Bitcoin standard, which is pretty interesting. That's a huge leap forward for most people. What's your life look like? Is it easy? Is it hard to be Bitcoin only? And can you explain how it works?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting to do that. Like, it's a bit cheating in the moment, because I recently I quitted my last. I used to have two jobs, two normal jobs. So I quitted the last one only in December. The second one, it was a smaller one, but so I had a bit of fiat lying around for some things I owe. And
Yeah.
in my personal life, I was living with someone, and then I moved back to my parents because that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And so I'm being I'm being helped in the moment. I'm trying to go fully to do it by myself. And also I'm learning about these debit cards, where you can like move a bit of your Bitcoin, and then you can pay with that. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn about stuff like that, like how to pay for the bills, for example. And if I get to do that, that would be amazing, because I'm getting paid in Bitcoin. I sell my art for Bitcoin. Like, I hate to sell Bitcoin to buy my local shitcoin currency,
Yeah.
only to pay them because they force me to pay in that. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm making my best effort to move to the Bitcoin standard.
Yeah. I think we've probably still got, I don't know, maybe another cycle until Bitcoin's ubiquitous and you can just spend it everywhere very easily. I guess there's services like Bitrefill and stuff where you can buy gift cards, you know, MasterCards or a gift card for the local shopping center and things like that. So that changed it. But just being able to use a Visa or a MasterCard everywhere to be able to tap and it converts instantly, or people just start accepting Bitcoin more and more. What's your journey been like orange pilling people? Have you found it easy? Have you found it hard? Do you start off with the business of Panties for Bitcoin, or do you just talk about Bitcoin from a monetary or a technology perspective?
Yeah, I used to be like a very hardcore orange piller, and that didn't work out. It was like, swallow the orange pill.
Eat
But
'em.
you want it. So that didn't work very well. Then I learned, like, you have to be open when people are wondering. To That's the best way. Like, let them be curious first, and then you can, like, orange peel. And I think microdosing the orange peel is also a better way. um
Yeah.
yeah, but I think my art also helps me. Like, some people here, like, ask me, like, what are you doing, like, what is that? And then I can tell them why, because there's like, why are you doing art about something that's supposed to be like money? Like, are you like, it's like so kind of in Latin America, it's kind of narco art, if you think about it. Like, and if you have, like, like what I mean, like, they have like these chains with the dollar sign, and the people who are displaying stuff about money are not maybe the more cultural, literal people. I don't know how to, so
The
it's
gangsters,
yeah,
the
it's more like,
rappers, yeah.
yeah, but not, it has not a very good it's not very good seen by people. So I'm trying to say, like, I'm not talking about money in a way like, yeah, go buy stuff, like the other way around, like, actually preserve your value, and regain your sovereignty, be more free, Well, talking about those concepts is always nice, but I think the best way to arrange people still is number go up first.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's real hard when you get somebody into Bitcoin, say, towards the top of the cycle, like at $69,000 or something, and you've been talking about it since 2017 or however long it is, and you're like, you should buy it. And they keep hearing you say it, but then the price really starts moving, and then everybody's talking about it, and they see it on the TV and on the news, and they're like, oh, I better buy some, and then it comes back down. Have you had that experience where people have bought it and then it's come down? And have you stayed friends, or are they very angry at you, or what's happened there?
So no, we're still friends, but yeah, that did happen. And I think I always said this is a long term, because I try to start like with number go up. So I'm talking about investment and something like that, not abolishing the central banks yet.
Yeah.
And so I always tell them like this is at least 4 years or maybe 8, like long term. Think about it like that way and all. And people, they say they understand it, but when they see the money that they put in terms of fiat going down, it's hard for them. And well, there was like a sad situation because a couple, friends, couple, like they're married.
Yeah.
They bought, and then the husband got scammed in his business.
Oh, no.
He exports bees, and the guy that he has been working with had always paid him until this time, so he had to pay his provider, so he had to sell the Bitcoin, and that was very, very sad because there wasn't any other possibility for him at that moment.
Yeah.
But the wife kept her share, so
Yeah.
they're good on her side.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they got to keep something, and yeah, but they don't want to learn much, and I think that's the case. Maybe some people want to really understand why you are telling me this is freedom or this is hope, and other people only want to see their fiat go high. Like, I don't care, like, give me more fiat, I want to go on a vacation, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people are too deep into rat race wheel, so I understand also that why they act like that, but it's hard to orange peel people in the bull market.
100%. It's definitely easier now, and especially over the last year, going up 160%. One of the things, and no offense to everyone, but in my comment section, they're like, what happens if you can't cash out into fiat if they close down the exchanges and stuff? And they won't stop doing that, and there'll always be ways like peer-to-peer and stuff. But I think what that shows is they haven't consumed all the podcasts, they haven't read all the books, because like even 100 hours, but definitely by 1,000 hours, you get to that point where like, okay, like I never want fiat anymore. Like I buy Bitcoin and I stack Bitcoin and I chill. And that Bitcoin's not coming back into the fiat world. It's just staying as Bitcoin. And it's I can't sell it. It just doesn't make any sense. I buy it and I want that Bitcoin number to go up, and I don't care about the fiat price. It's nice, but then you also get more Satoshi. I get less Satoshis for your dollar. Whereas when people just get into it, they want to buy and then they want to see that number go up straight away. And then they want to be able to cash back out into fiat. And you're like, this is the greatest monetary asset of all time. It makes 0 cents to sell it. So each to their own, but I guess the message, as always, ladies and gentlemen, is stack and chill. If anyone's got any questions for Flo, let us know. Put a Q in front of it in the comment section there for us. It's Fred, I don't know what into Missing Me, Toro Pants. Have a look. It's fun. What a day for legends. G'day. I'm just reading through some of the chat. Shout out to Darius, Gargoyle. Gargoyle, you're a degen. I won't read that one out live. I'll buy a bunch of briefs at the top of the bull market to save a few sats. Let us know when the top is in, Darius. Be greatly appreciated. I guess, what is your thoughts about timing the market versus time in the market? Are you trying to buy at like the optimal time, or you just stack and chill? What's your Bitcoin accumulation?
I'm not even an auto DCA person. I'm a monkey buy kind of person. Like, I cannot deal with that kind of stress of having your order there and looking at it every day. Did it go through? No. I cannot do that. I have to, like, I have fiat, then I have Bitcoin. That's all I do.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. This is a super great question by Gargoyle. I love the about turn, and shout out Gargoyle is awesome. Everyone in the chat's awesome. But always wonder what happens if someone buys with Bitcoin and the price drops. Does the merchant, so Panties for Bitcoin, do they lose profits?
So the thing is, it depends how you run your company. But for us in Panties for Bitcoin, we received orders in fiat R and in Bitcoin. And everything that we received in Bitcoin goes directly to the hardware wallet. We don't sell that. So
cool.
So if the price of Bitcoin drops, we actually get more sats for the product. So it's kind of we don't see it as we're losing. We actually win more sats in the bear markets. So yeah.
It's definitely a low time preference kind of thing, isn't it? And you can see that Pablo and the people behind the business are definitely understanding that it is better to have more stats instead of the fiat price, which is really cool. Flo, I know that you organised a discount code, which is G'day GDAY for everyone, 15% off. So I'll put that below, the websites below under today's sponsors. But one thing I found very interesting is, yes, it's cheaper if you to buy the panties in Bitcoin, but that's not really the way that you market it. So people disincentivized to use fiat because it's 10% more expensive, I believe. Can you explain that a little bit?
Our price, we will say, it's even though it's denominated in dollars, it's the Bitcoin price. That's the price we want to sell the product for. But if you want to give us your dirty fiat, we can take it and charge a bit for it. We will make the travel to convert that into Bitcoin for you. No problem.
Yeah. So any of the profits, Pablo's just stacking into Bitcoin anyway.
Well, of course, we have to pay for some costs and that, but then we are, the company is trying to stack hard.
No, that's absolutely awesome. Do you have any thoughts about price or what's going to happen this cycle, and any thoughts about like BlackRock and what's happened lately? Like BlackRock's come in and then the price has done nothing, like it's gone sideways pretty much since they got into the raise. Do you think is nothing burger, like it's going to do nothing, or are we going to see price increases?
I think Honey Badger don't care. Like, if you think you know what's going to happen, Bitcoin is going to like slam the door at your face. Like, not today. But I do think, well, I was looking at some charts the other day with my dad, and he was explaining me this whole GBTC sell. So they have been selling. They have been selling Bitcoin like really hard, like selling a lot of Bitcoin. So these other ETFs that have been buying, when you see the total amount is as if they had bought like too little to move the price. But if the trend continues, like if they keep buying as hard as they are right now, I think that should impact the price. Like if it's like a demand, offer and demand, how do you say? But of course, I'm not going to say that I can see what Bitcoin is going to do, because I don't have that power.
Yeah. I guess the easiest way to say it is it'll go up, down, and sideways, and then slowly, then suddenly. I definitely, and everyone knows this, I definitely see $10,000, $20,000 days, both to the up and to the downside. So now's the time to be prepared. If we get cheap sats, we get cheap sats. It's awesome. We've got Average Geo here, Legend Geo. That's great that Flow is making the effort to be wholly on the Bitcoin standard. Kudos. I hope to get there myself little by little. So well done there. It's commendable that people put their money where their mouth is. Chris is saying bingo. Cloudcat Media is saying g'day. Gargoyle is putting emojis in the chat. Mike W. Wow, she's a proper Bitcoiner. Initially, I thought you'd been hacked, Sean. Definitely hadn't been hacked. And Brian Dement, the author of Bitcoin Evangelism, teed this up. Austin Clark, hey cuties. Shout out to Austin there. Not related, but a really cool dude, really great dude. Sean, don't forget to use your seductive voice. This is G'day Bitcoin, and we are with Flo from Panties for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. There is a 15% discount code, G'day below. I'm a monkey buyer too. I know when I can get a lot more for my sats. I'll probably buy 4 years worth of briefs in 2025 and the next bunch in 2029. That's a good thing. Yeah, I definitely look forward. Boxes for Bitcoin. Austin, they have it, briefs, boxes. What do you call them in Chile and how they advertise, like men's undergarments? Do you call them boxes or briefs or underwear?
In Chile, in my country.
Yeah.
Boxers.
Boxers, yeah.
In Spanish, calzoncillos.
Yeah. And say again, please, Flo.
Calzoncillos.
Okay. I won't try to pronounce it, but it sounds very nice. So a question, like I like loose-fitting undergarments down there. Are these tight or are they breathable or
Yeah, the thing is, the material we're using is actually, in its technology, it can't get wet in a way, like it's so it doesn't hold the damp and the moist, and so it's very, very breathable fabric. It's like the boxers, kind of not very loose but not super tight.
yeah.
What I have heard, because of course I haven't tried the boxers, they are really, really comfortable. Like we have had customers like, well, Brian himself, like he's like, I'm only going to use this from now on, and that started from his experience of trying them. So I encourage you to try them because you might get surprised.
Yep. One thing I noticed as well on the website is you haven't written Panties for Bitcoin on the men's briefs. It's P4B. Is that intentional? Obviously, it's smart marketing. I guess not too many gentlemen out there are going to say they're wearing panties for Bitcoin, so maybe P for B. What's the thought process around that branding there?
The what? Sorry?
The branding. Like instead of saying panties for Bitcoin, it says P4B.
Yeah, we made it. We wanted to make the story is mainly focused on women, but people were asking about the boxers for a time, and of course we thought it could be very fun for it to say Panties for Bitcoin, but sometimes guys are a bit shy, and we don't want them to. We want you to get rid of your clothes with all your confidence and not be ashamed. And we came up. I wasn't in the company when they came up with that, so I cannot take credit for that idea. But I really like it, and I think it's also cute to have like a small symbol besides our big beautiful logo.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely great marketing. I listened to a podcast that you did as audio only with the lady. She was very like fit, like she exercised a lot, and she had just given birth, I think, and she was getting back into her body. And ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea. I'm just providing feedback for all the women out there. But she said it almost felt like she was wearing nothing at all. Like the straps were very comfortable. She could wear them all day. She wouldn't sweat in them. They stayed very dry, but very comfortable. And she'd say she'd wear it from like 4 or 5 in the morning all the way to the afternoon and have no issues with it. So something to keep in mind. I'll see if there's any more questions in there. If you've got any, we've got about one minute left. Ladies and gentlemen, average GI, I love that perspective. That is the Bitcoin price. Who cares what it is in fiat? The past shows that the 5-year view is always a win. After 5 years, the product you sold back then is expensive now. And that's definitely the thought. And that's how I orange pill people is I just say stack and chill, hold it for 5 years. Orange pill dispenser, nice replacement for the F-bomb Fridays. Absolutely, it is. Trouble at some point you have to convert to dirty fiat to live. At the moment, that is, I'm not sure. Like if you're overspending, maybe you've invested too much. It just depends what time frame. There's no problem taking profits, ladies and gentlemen, because Bitcoin's definitely going to be worth. Not definitely, but I'm certain myself personally. You do you, I'll do me. But I'm certain it's going to be worth a lot more in the next probably 6, 12, 18 months than what it is now, let alone like the next 5 or 10 years. So I don't think about converting back to fiat. Maybe it might happen. If I ever spend Bitcoin, then I just buy the same amount straight away as well. Like I never want to see that number go down in that sort of a separate account. But Flo, I'd like to hand it over to you. What type of messaging? First off, everyone, if you can smash the like button. Obviously the video is not going to get pushed out, but it has been a whole lot of fun. So if you've enjoyed it, hit subscribe if we vibe. The discount code is below, as well as Florencia's X account, Panties For Bitcoin's X account, and the website is all in the comment or the description section there. But Flo, I'll pass it over, and if you can just say a final message to the audience, how they should be thinking about Bitcoin or the coming bull run, or just a message that you'd like to share with everyone.
No, that we are so happy to be here. We are so happy to be able to make this very high quality product, and we know that things are going to be very good for Bitcoiners. Just enjoy the ride. And if you spend, do replace, but spending, it's not bad. Moving this, like going really to the white paper and reading peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is cash, use it, and then if you still have fiat lying around, you buy more, and I think that's the way.
100% agree. Flo, it's been an absolute pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed the live stream, hit subscribe. If we vibe, we will see you tomorrow morning, same time. Otherwise, catch the replay. Have a beautiful day. Do something nice. Be blessed. Peace.